the past government did not recognize that even there was such a thing as AIDS. So we had to first go through the whole fighting of trying to convince the government that yes, this thing does exist. Yes, ARVs are the things that we need to combat it. As a woman, married myself, my goal is to try and explain to these mothers that it's not their fault and give them the facts that this is how they actually got the virus. It first has to start with us women. We are the ones that has to make the first step. And in you doing so and coming forward, you give your partner, the men tend to gain strength from you, and then you'll see them after a while that they also kind of like get on the wagon as well. What we now need to see from government is a full commitment behind ARV rollouts and scaling up HIV and AIDS funding, because at the moment we rely a lot on international funding. For me, since I joined the treatment action campaign, I see my future very bright, because now I know my status and I know how to deal with it. I've started taking treatment here in March. So for me, there's only one way, and that's forward, and there's no looking back.
So as clinic,
I see it in me that treatment is working. I've got dreams. I have the same dreams that I had before I tested positive, to see my son finish matric and going to university like I also did. So I want to see him make something out of his life. Probably the best method of surviving this pandemic is to know your HIV status and to treat it as soon as possible, because then your chances of survival are so much greater.